When it comes to money and trust in poor countries, no one has trust. And that's part of the reason I think that they're poor. And I've noticed that in northern countries, Denmark or Finland, England, there's more importance put on your word of mouth. When you say something, I've usually found that the people actually mean it. There's a different system that goes on in hotter countries, Latin countries, South American countries. And when you have distrust, you can't have faith. You can't do things based on what someone else has said. And this slows down the pace of everything. It slows down the pace of getting things done, business, going places, getting projects done. And so the whole country gets infected because nobody wants to invest, businesses don't want to do business, money goes missing, money gets lost. So people get tired and they don't want to invest money, which means that the people in that country don't get money. And even if someone does invest and those people get the money, the people don't change, the people just continue in the same way. In these countries, they don't think most of the time long term, they think short term. They need to get the money quick and fast instead of more over time and building up relationships. Therefore, whenever you buy something, you've got to be very careful what it is that you're buying, because you've got to understand that if it's faulty, they're not going to give you the money back or replace it most of the time. They're going to say, well, I've got that money and I'm going to keep it, and then I'll try and get money that way with other people, instead of returning the product and trying to keep you as a customer or client over a long period of time. And that's partly because of the poverty in the culture and traumas and anger and the way that they've been brought up. I've noticed in Latin America, the parents encourage, sometimes the parents encourage the children to behave in a manner which is distrustful, because they say if you're not like that, then you're not going to get ahead in life. And that means stepping on other people in that process, because you don't want to have nothing in a poor country. It's very dangerous to have nothing in a poor country. You don't get health, you don't get education, you can't get a proper job, so you've got to fight to get that. When parents teach their children that to be a man is to take advantage of other people because the society you live in is so difficult, it's a dog-eat-dog world, you breed distrust, you breed problems. When you don't cheat and you don't lie, you get stamped on, you go to the bottom. If you don't push in the queue, you go to the back end. You might not get what you need, you might not get on the transport. So the society is also created whereby you need to cheat in order to get to work, you need to cheat in order to get home. And it makes living very difficult. When you see people, you stop seeing them as people, you start seeing them as things in the way of your path, and that you need to push them out to get to the end. Something that makes me really angry is that on my travels, I've noticed that sometimes being poor is an excuse for being unprincipled. Rich people are extremely unprincipled. Morals doesn't come from money. Morals comes from having respect of who you are. It comes with you being a principled person. It comes with you willing to suffer in order not to make your life better through means which are unprincipled. Being a man is not being able to lie and cheat from other people, being able to convince them to give you money. And it's upsetting that one aspect of adulthood or being a man is to be able to cheat or to lie or to con or to get money out of people. What you do is you create a distrust in the society to such an extent the society can't work, that other people don't want to invest. And then you further your own predicament. And then you reinforce the predicament by being able to get more money out of people through unprincipled ways. And then that causes a bad reputation, which then causes less money, which then causes you to have to fight harder in order to get the money. And it's not classed as cheating, it's just seen as getting ahead, it's just seen as being clever, it's seen as what you need to do it. When the teachers start cheating and the parents start cheating, they don't allow the children to have principles, and then they grow up with those ideals and they reinforce, carry on through generation this way of being, which creates distrust, which stops the country from working, which blocks it, which pulls it down, which creates heavy energy.